My God, what a tale, Enfield. But for all that, there's one point I want to ask. I want to ask the name of the man who walked over the child.
Well, I can't see what harm it would do, I suppose. It was a man by the name of Hyde.
What sort of a man is he to see?
Well, he's not easy to describe, to be honest. There's something wrong with his appearance, something displeasing, something downright detestable. I never saw a man I so disliked, and yet I scarcely know why. He must be deformed somewhere. He gives a strong feeling of deformity, although I couldn't specify the point. He's an extraordinary-looking man, and yet I can't make no hand of it. I can't describe it.
You see, waving his handkerchief, as merry as a robin and singing on it.
He left her screaming on the ground. It sounds nothing to hear, but it was hellish to see. I, of course, took to my heels and collared him. He was perfectly cool and made no resistance. By this time, the girl's family had caught up, as well as the doctor she had been running for. We told the man that we could, and would, make such a scandal out of this. He looked upon our collective anger with a kind of black, sneering coolness. Frightened, I could see that, but carrying it off, sir, really, like Satan.
Satan? By God!
Indeed. He told us to name a figure, and we screwed him up to £100 for the child's family. The next thing was to get the money. Where do you think he carried us? But to that place with the door. Presently came back with the matter of £10 in gold and a cheque for the remainder, payable to the bearer and signed with a name that I can't mention. But it was a name at least very well known and often printed. I'm sure you'd agree that a man does not in real life walk into a cellar door at 4 a.m. and come out of it with another man's cheque for close upon £100.
You had your suspicions it was a forgery?
Indeed. So we all set off, the doctor, and the child's father, and our friend and myself, and passed the night in my chambers. The next day when we had breakfasted, we all went together to the bank. I gave the cheque myself. It was genuine. Yes, it's a bad story, for Hyde was a fellow that nobody could have to do with. A really damnable man. And the person that drew the cheque is celebrated. He lives in some square or other far away from that devil's door.
Blackmail, I suppose.
Yes. An honest man, paying for some of the capers of his youth. Yes, Blackmail House is what I call that place with the door.
The fact is, if I do not ask you the name of the other party, it is because I know it already. If you have been inexact in any point, you had better correct it.
I have been pedantically exact. The fellow had a key, and what's more, he has it still. I saw him use it not a week ago.
I am ashamed of my long tongue. Let us agree never to refer to this again.
With all my heart. I shake hands on that, Richard.